Okay, so the first thing we're told to do for this skill is to pick two values, a and b, that are greater than 10 and would create a special right triangle. So I chose 20, 20. And then we were supposed to make the rectangular form of our point a, b, or a, negative b, which is 20, negative, which is 20, negative 20. And then we're supposed to find the polar representation of it. So for the r value, what we're supposed to do is do the square root of 20 squared plus negative 20 squared, and the square root of all of that. So that would be negative 800. Square root of 800. So r is square root of 800. And to find the second part of our polar function, our angle, we have to use inverse tan. So tan of negative 1 theta equals negative 20 over 20, which is negative 45. And that in polar form, so that's our polar form. It's square root of 800, negative 45. So we know that this is, so for us, what we need to do next is choose a function that we want to make. So I chose a rose petal function. So the base petal function for that is r equals r cos b theta. So we know that this is square root of 800. And so we need this r to equal the same thing, approximately. Or we need it to be the same thing. So cosine of negative 180 is the easiest way for us to get that, but we have to put a negative here. So what we would get is cosine of negative 180. And the easiest way for us to make negative 45, which is our angle, into 180 is to multiply it by 4. So that's why we have 4 theta in our thing. And then we have the negative here so that it would match and not be negative square root of 800, and it would be instead be positive. So the important function of this graph is that it is a rose petal function with 8 petals, and those should all be symmetrical, but they're not because I can't draw. And it's a cosine function. The petal radius is the square root of 800. Petal length is 20. So it has all 3 types of symmetry. It has the polar, the pi over 2, and the polar line. And the angle between each one of these is 45 degrees.